Hello, this presentation is about a communication plan for modern cars manufacturer. This presentation is presented by the group A Square, that is Annabel Salazar and me, Ana Carolina Gonzalez. This presentation, the overview of the presentation will be about a definition of the communication, a definition of communication strategy and communication plan, a case of study called JK Sports, and a communication plan for a company, for modern car manufacturers. The definition of communication is the interchange of information between a sender and a receiver of different types of information of instructions. Also, the communication can be classified as verbal, non-verbal, active, passive, formal, informal, and other forms. It is fundamental for daily activities in life or in organizations. According to APN, poor communication can provoke misunderstood requirements, unclear goals, alienation of stakeholders, ineffective plans, and other factors that can cause the portfolio, program, and project to fail. According to PMI, a communication strategy helps to determine the relevant information and the time to achieve through it to the strategy the different program objectives.
A good examples of communication methods used was viewed in the case study JK Sports. In JK Sports, they had a new goal to increase the sales target for the financial year within the JK Sports sales department. Different methods of communications were used in order to effectively communicate this new goal to the team and to encourage the team to achieve this goal. Also, to provide regular updates for the plan. The manager provided a presentation to the team showing them the sales figures for the previous 5 years, the state of the market, and the main areas that the business was going to focus on. Another method of communication used by the manager was teleconferencing, email, and webcast. We have created a communication plan based on the program that will be implemented for modern cars. In this communication plan, we have the stakeholders, the operation manager, with the main objectives and the functions of a role is to define and monitor the daily activities and operations of the company. The key messages that they will be receiving will be related to the status and feedback of the operations. The communication will be face-to-face meetings, and as well will be presentations with the directors, and the frequency will be daily with the team and weekly with the directors. For the mechanical engineer and technicians, the main objective of their role is to assemble the new and the current types of cars according to the design selected by the manager. The key messages that they will be receiving will be related to the information about the design and the work that needs to be done. This communication will be transmitted via face-to-face team meetings, and the frequency will be daily with the operation managers and reports every 2 weeks. The customers are external stakeholders which we will need to inform about the new and the current types of cars and its characteristics. The key messages that they will receive will be related to information about the new and current types of cars that the company provides. And the communication method will be through social media and email. The frequency would be every 3 weeks for emails, and for social media it would be weekly. Another stakeholder would be the program manager, which the main objective of the role is to manage and track the group of the related projects with the project managers. The key message that they will be receiving will be related to the reports of the different project status and feedbacks. The communication method will be paper-based documentation, email, and meetings. The frequency of the communication will be weekly with the project managers and weekly as well with the general manager. The other stakeholders are the board of directors and the investors. The main objectives of their function or their role is to invest and check the summary reports about the progress of the company's operation and programs. The key messages they will receive will be related to the report of the program status and the business as usual operations of the company. This communication method will be through conferences, meetings, papers-based documentation as well. The frequency will be monthly with general manager. Human resources team is another stakeholder, which its main objective of role is to recruit and train people for their respective functions according to the plan of the manager. The key messages that they will be receiving will be information about the recruitment and training plan that needs to be done. The communication method is face-to-face meetings as well as emails, and the frequency will be daily with the human resources manager. Another stakeholder involved in the communication plan is the construction agency. The main objective of their role is to construct and remodel the infrastructure according to the plan of the manufacturer modern cars. The key messages that they will be receiving will be related to the design of the infrastructure and the work that needs to be done. This communication will be transmitted via face-to-face meeting, contracts, and emails. And the frequency will be weekly with the operations manager. The marketing team is another stakeholder involved in the plan. The main objective of their role is to create the marketing ads according to the information approved by the marketing manager. The key messages that they will receive will be related to the information about the design and ads that needs to be done, as well as the report of the task completed. The communication method will be face-to-face meeting, emails, and presentations, and the frequency will be daily with the marketing manager.
Also, other stakeholder is finance manager. The main objectives of their role functions are determine the budget and check the reports of income and expenses and the accounting in general. Also, the key messages are the status of the financial reports of the company and feedback about it and to the members too. The communication method will be email, paper-based documentation, and presentations. The frequency is daily with the finance team and weekly with the general manager and program manager. Other stakeholder is the mechanical engineer project manager, that he is in charge of select the design and check the work done by the engineers and technicians. The key messages will be a report of the work done by the technicians and engineers, and to communicate the tasks that need to be done by them. He has to communicate it to them. The communication method will be email, face-to-face meetings, and the frequency will be daily with the team and weekly with the program manager. In the communication plan for modern cars and manufacturer, there are other stakeholders taken in mind. These are externals, the suppliers and the UK government agencies. The supplier, the main objectives of the company to them is to provide the information about the raw materials for the creation of cars and batteries, and the key messages are between them information about raw materials, substitutes, technologies, contracts, and prices. The communication method will be email and paper-based documentation such as contracts. The frequency will be weekly with the project managers and operations manager. The UK government agencies, the relationship with them and the organization is to determine the taxation and legal system between them. So the information is related to the compliance of modern cars with the government regulations and to submit the tax reports to the government. The communication will be via internet to submit the tax forms online. The frequency will be according to the deadlines to pay the taxes and submit the tax forms, and to comply with, and when is the time to comply with the new legal obligations according to the deadlines stated by the government.